All right, folks, it's May 23rd, 2023, and we need to talk about what's going on in DC, the preparations that are being made, and potentially what is coming next. This is getting a little interesting for sure. Looming default, and that's the current drama in DC. But I got a few things to show you guys before we get into it, though. Let's check the markets and take a look at where we're at. So right now, Bitcoin is back up above 27,255. Ethereum's at 1848, and XRP is up at 46 cents. Taking a quick look at the sticks right here. Let's pull it up. There it is, and there you have it. 27,000 achieved this morning. This is the 4-hour chart. Last night, we started to see this thing move. Last night, back above 27K. Let's watch this thing closely. We've been chopping sideways within this range of 27,525. What was that? 25.8 is where we went on down to. So this is kind of, just where we've been ranging at in between these levels. Let's watch this one closely and let's see where they go from here. Now, I have no idea what they have planned for us next, but this is the news that's getting shared yesterday. Just in, 50 U.S. senators have been issued satellite phones for emergency communication. Now, I posted a little short. You guys saw it on YouTube, and then that was originally a TikTok. And that video is going viral. It has about 100,000 views just within the last 12, 15 hours that it's been live. And so everybody's speculating on what this is about, what's going on, why did only 50 phones go out? There's supposed to be 100 senators. Is this the 10 days of darkness that we're all getting ready for? Emergency broadcast system going live? I don't know. I just find it very interesting that this is happening right as we got the looming default. And we know how they love to do this. They love to distract us. While everyone's watching over here, we got something going on that is happening over here that they got us completely distracted from. So, this is the news, and usually if they're sharing it for everyone to see, it's like they want us to be watching this. They want us to, and it's almost as if they're subliminally programming us. And I'm going to show you further evidence of that. Now, check out this next tweet. Talk about subliminal programming. Take a look at this one, folks. You can stop the spread of misinformation. For some reason, the US FDA shared this yesterday. Now, I'm going to pull this back. Let's play this clip here. The FDA shared this yesterday. And it's about misinformation being spread. And specifically, they mentioned the example of someone tweeting that there's going to be a blackout. You guys take a listen on this. This is crazy. The rumor control webpage after they send out 50 phones. And after yesterday, what did we see yesterday, right? The AI generated image of an explosion going off at the Pentagon started to circulate. And, that was going viral yesterday morning and actually caused this S&P 500 to tank. The markets tanked off this news. Everyone thought this was a real picture. It was being shared by all these Twitter accounts, and mainstream sources started to pick up on it. There was a $500 billion market cap swing in the S&P 500 based off this news. And I brought up the fact yesterday. I said, well, this is where blockchain technology can come in because we can use timestamps, geotags, other sorts of ways to verify images and actually put it on the blockchain. Another utility, another use case, another problem that blockchain can solve. I think going into the future, you're going to have an internet, a news that you're going to have each image, each piece of news almost as if it's its own NFT that can be verified on chain. We can verify the geotag, the timestamp, any other sorts of metrics, and so it can actually be verified. It'll have maybe a blue check mark on the bottom that it's been verified by this blockchain or whatever it may be, right? And because where does this go, right? With the AI generated images, and AI is not the bad part. What the bad part is like they say in that video, is that misinformation can get spread quickly. Now, in a web of deceit and lies by our own government and by their own admission, it is tough to find the truth. So they always want to blame and use the example of some, Twitter account or some YouTuber that's, oh, this is my 6th account, I've been banned, da-da-da. That's a cute example that they share. But the truth is, we know after lie after lie after lie that's been exposed, and specifically in the internet age where we have all of the Twitter sleuths, everybody on the internet using this technology to dig deeper. in the work that we've done in the XRP community, I don't need to tell you guys, in exposing the SEC's corruption, like I say, that is just the tip of the iceberg. We have multiple three-letter agencies that have been weaponized against the American people. We have three-letter agencies that have infiltrated the mainstream media, and the masses are getting fed lies on a daily basis. At best, half-truths. And so they're talking about misinformation, all this and that. And I just asked the question, what the hell do they got planned for us next? Because what did we warn about, right? We warned that when the elites start to get exposed, they're willing to play dirty. So we don't know what card they're going to pull out next, but we know that they have some dirty ones that they're willing to play. Some moves that are not on the up and up, and that's a polite way of putting it, right? And you guys are seeing that. The involvement in all of these events, in all of these situations, and in this agenda that just seems to be moving in one direction has been exposed for us all to see, right? Now, continuing on, that is not just the end of it right there, folks. What we have is the default looming, the drama taking place. Treasury Secretary Yellen says it's now highly likely the U.S. will run out of cash by early June. So apparently we're coming up to the deadline here, and they're fear-mongering us with all this, with all these statements right here. A default could lead to an economic downturn as bad as the Great Recession, with 8 million Americans losing their jobs and the stock market value falling about 45%, per the White House Council of Economic Advisors. This is already underway. Doesn't matter if we default. And that's what I'm saying, is that we got a web of deceit and lies and misinformation coming from our own government, trying to fearmonger us with all this BS, when last year we were in a recession. I swear I'm going to be pounding my table. I'm going to be pounding my fist for the next 10 years, going back to 2022 and saying that we had a recession in 2022. No one wanted to call it that. And it's still continuing to this day. And they want to debate, and now they want to blame the default, and then they wanted to blame crypto on the banking crisis. It's this whole bait and switch. It's a web of deceit and lies from the very top all the way up to the Biden crime family. And it's not political. It's not political, guys. This is just plain as day. The elites are getting exposed while they're going down, while their ship is sinking. They're willing to take some collateral damage. They're willing to play dirty on the way down. And they're blaming all this and that. The crypto bros are the tax loopholes for the crypto bros is why Biden doesn't want to sign the debt deal. It's just BS. It has nothing to do with that. Right. And so you guys know the plan, you guys know the agenda, and we just prepare for what's coming next. Now, in regards to what's coming next, Eleanor Terrett shares this. Some speculation on Twitter over whether the Federal Reserve will launch its FedNow service a month early on June 1st. A look at the website shows this calendar entry, which could be read one of two ways. That Thean is giving insight on June 1st, or the service launches then. So the debate right now is whether FedNow is going to go live on June 1st or July 1st. Regardless, over the next 2 months, while we have this looming default, while we have the banking crisis still spreading, you're going to see you're going to see FedNow get rolled out, right? And this is the new real-time payment system. And what we've been talking about here for years in the XRP community is that we're on the brink of the new system being rolled out. Impatiently waiting, and we all want to see that reflected in XRP price going up. But we have to understand that there's some things here that have to play out first. This lawsuit coming to a conclusion. FedNow getting rolled out. CBDC projects going live across the world. And what have we always said, right? This is about the phoenix rising from the ashes. Is that just a meme? Is that just a joke? Are we crazy XRP holders? Can you explain why they are doing everything that they're doing in any other way other than they want to destroy the system? Are they just this stupid? Is this an accident? Or is the only way to describe this controlled demolition is that it is all being done by design? Because that's where I'm at. That's where many of you are at. And you understand this very well. Because they're not that stupid. The Federal Reserve raising interest rates at the fastest pace ever. They're not stupid. They know what they're doing. They're helping out their buddies at JP Morgan to acquire other banks. That's what's happening in this banking crisis. They don't care about sacrificing some of the little guys. They don't care about sacrificing some of the middle class and poor. They don't care that your equity is going to get wiped out of your house, that your 401k is going to get slashed another 20% this year. They don't care that you lose your job. No. They have a UBI check waiting for you. Here you go. Good little slave. They are not our friend. And everybody's still acting like they are. And a lot of people, oh, since everybody's worried about the default, it leads me to believe that they're not going to default. They always end up pulling through a deal. Yes, they do. I don't know if this time's different, but nonetheless, you have to invest for the inevitable events. That's what I continue to say. The timeline is debatable. The timeline always seems to be wrong. The timeline's been extended. I've been wrong on my timeline. But what we haven't been wrong on is the events that are going to play out. So a lot of the events that have come forward, we called, and a lot of events that are still yet to happen, we're still waiting on. We don't have to worry about whether they happen next month or next year because we know they're inevitable. They are going to happen. We are going to default. Okay? And if we choose not to default, if we choose to kick the can down the road, we approach and we'll be on the verge of hyperinflation. And if you think that inflation is on its way down, that real inflation is on its way down and that it's below 5%, Digital Asset Investor has an igloo in South Georgia to sell you. Because this is absolute lies. It's all part of the web of deception and lies. Now, let's continue on here, folks. What do we got here from Mark Moss? Remember, this is all one big transition, one big rollover to the new financial system, including, as the debt ceiling debate looms, it's a good reminder that the secured overnight financing rate, SOFR, the interest rate that depends on treasury rates, takes over from LIBOR on June 30th as the benchmark for all interest rates globally. Good timing. Now, if you didn't see it, there was an article that was shared here recently talking about the rigging of interest rates during the 2008 crisis as well. And so this is something that they've been doing for a long time. And, we see it. It's undeniable. They've been rigging this thing, and then they pulled out the rug. This article right here is what I'm referring to right here. UK and US regulators were told of a state-led drive to rig interest rates in the 2008 financial crisis, but covered it up, evidence indicates. And now they're not stupid. They're rug pulling the economy on purpose. They are ushering in a controlled demolition on purpose. And that's what you're seeing in real time. It's undeniable. Many people are finally getting caught up to speed on it, but are they going to get caught behind? Did they miss the train? That's the problem. Because I'm telling you right now, the train has left the station, and we got numbers and data that confirms it. It's undeniable. It's not hype. It's not speculation. It's simply data that the vaults are being drained. This one from JC. 8.5% of the silver in the SFE's vaults were depleted in a single day. It feels like the Hunt brothers of China are raiding the vaults. Using the nickel squeeze of 21-22 as an analog, this could emerge into a precursor for a 200% surge in prices. That's right, folks. 144,000 kilograms of silver was delivered today from the Shanghai vaults. After a slight increase in inventory yesterday, a big outflow of 144,000 was seen from the Shanghai vaults today. This is the largest single-day outflow in the 10 years since the silver was listed. So we report on the London's Metals Exchange. We report on some of these other ones, COMEX, and they've been drained at levels that we haven't seen ever before. I mean, this one, since the last 10 years, since the silver was listed, this is the largest single-day outflow that we have ever seen. So, folks, the setup is here. The train has left the station, and I don't know what events that they got to distract us from the looming default, the looming crisis, the looming recession, but they definitely have a plan to keep you distracted. In the meantime, what can we do? We can take action, we can prepare, and we can stock up. Weekly special alert here. Andy and his team continue to come through. Send them an email and tell them that Zach sent you for the best treatment. This one from Andy Scheckman. Our 10-ounce silver Ital Prezios bars. I probably just butchered that name. I've never heard of those bars before. Ital Prezioso bars are on a promo this week for only $3.49 over spot. Contact info@Miles Franklin for any business inquiries. So there you guys have it, the weekly special from Miles Franklin, Andy Scheckman. You guys send them an email, info@milesfranklin.com, and tell them that Zach sent you for the best treatment and the best prices. I'm going to put the link on down below. Just shoot them an email. Make sure you tell them that I sent you, and they're going to hook you up. Andy and his team, top notch, 33 plus years in business, some of the best in the game. And this is how you don't get left behind. Because I'm telling you right now, folks, the train has left the station. We see it confirmed by the data. It's not just hype. It's not just clickbait. It's not just memes. And we get news like this. Had to throw in a little XRP for you. The light shines in the darkness, Matthew Ellen I way. shares this one with us. ACI Worldwide launches new solution for low-value cross-border payments. SwiftGo is an instant messaging tool. What is the settlement tool? XRP could be used if it's operating in a crypto-friendly regulatory environment. ACI is a Ripple partner. Now remember, ACI Worldwide, $14 trillion daily in cross-border value settlement. 14 trillion daily, double the volume of Swift. And remember, SwiftGo is just a messaging tool. What is the settlement tool? How do we settle this up? $6 trillion daily at Swift, $14 trillion daily at ACI Worldwide. That is $20 trillion of settlement on a daily basis that must occur. How do you get that done? Do you think maybe they've thought about using XRP? And, okay, let's be devil's advocate. They're not going to use XRP. What's the solution? What are they going to use? I want to see it. Because everything that's leading, my research is leading back to Ripple. It's leading back to XRP. And like you said, if it's a crypto-friendly regulatory environment, they got the green light, they flip the switch, and they send it. And there's no coincidence that Ripple was just selected by the Hong Kong Monetary Authority, tokenizing real estate, working on their CBDC over there in Hong Kong. And this is a partnership with Hong Kong that goes back years. They just launched in Dubai, leading the world in innovation, tech, and allowing businesses to thrive over there in Dubai. And so they opened up a new headquarters over there. As they, kind of threw out there that they've spent $200 million on a lawsuit. Right before they went and they spent $250 million acquiring Medico, the Switzerland-based custody solution, also working on tokenizing the Internet of Value. And so you start to see these dominoes fall, or a better way to describe it is the switches getting turned on. Right? Imagine it, this payment infrastructure, global financial system is like a big house. Every country is its own bedroom. Every time they're turning on one country, they're turning on one bedroom. And eventually the whole house is lit up and the systems are live and they never get shut back off. That's the future that we're heading into. The train has left the station for Ripple XRP. Same thing for silver. You're seeing it. These are the suppressed assets that are going to run the new financial system. What do they got planned, though, to distract us from this rollout? What do they got planned to finally implode the system all the way to the ground, to burn it all the way down? What's next? We have satellite phones going out. We have them talking about misinformation, about the power going out. What have we been saying? We like our options. I like my options for my crypto exchanges. I like my options for my crypto wallets. You can get the LA Pal Titan at my website. I like options as far as having my 1 ouncers, and I like also having my 10 ouncers, physical metal in hand. We can help you roll over your 401k retirement account too to make an allocation to precious metals as well. So just let us know on that. We like having options like cash on the sidelines too. We like having our crypto. We got all of our bases covered along with our prepping and essentials. So for those of you who've been listening to me for a while, in our Discord group, that's where we go into the prepping. I don't really talk about the prepping on the public YouTube channel. We talk about that in our investment community and a group of like-minded individuals that we would love to have you join us in the family over there if you want to talk about these things that we can't talk about on the YouTube, TikTok platforms. So that's where we're at. We're covering all of our bases, all of the asset classes, and we continue to take action every single day growing our businesses. If you guys are looking to get in touch with me, just head to my website, zachrector.com. We can help you get it all, okay? Appreciate all of you guys. We'll see you in the next one. God bless.